Hello everyone and welcome to the Money Man. Now, I've just come back from holiday. I've been in Taiwan and Japan, and yeah, I've been a little bit short on the content, but luckily I'm back now, and over the past few weeks I've managed to get hold of some absolutely fantastic banknotes. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy the next few videos that I've got for you. Just as a side note, actually, you may have noticed on the news that the current Japanese emperor is going to abdicate in favor of his son, and Japan has therefore entered or is entering a new imperial era, which they have named Reiwa. And because they're making this transition into this new era, they're actually going to be introducing a new series of banknotes in 2024. They'll be releasing the 1,000, the 5,000, and the 10,000 yen notes. And if you look at the designs of these banknotes, they're absolutely fantastic. I'm really excited for them. They look way more vibrant than the current generation of banknotes, which are a little bit boring. With the exception of the 2,000 yen, the commemorative, which is hiding just over in the corner on the left. So do keep your eyes out for those. So what have I got for you today? Well, I've actually got all of the new Polymer banknotes that have just been released in Northern Ireland. And Northern Irish banknotes can be quite difficult to get hold of, given that there's only a limited number produced by each bank. They accept Bank of England notes in Northern Ireland, so the cash supply might be a little bit constricted in terms of Northern Ireland designs because of that. And generally, Northern Ireland is a small place with a small population, so that's why they're sometimes a little bit tricky to get hold of. And also, you're probably going to struggle to find them at face value. If you look on eBay, you're probably looking at maybe paying over double face value for these banknotes. But I was lucky enough to get hold of them from a gentleman in Northern Ireland, and here they are. So let's start off with the £10 Danske Bank banknote, which used to be Northern Bank, but they changed its name. And here we go. So actually, if I just turn it up to the light, you can see we've got some nice reflective qualities in here. We've got some nice patterns, which are one of the new security features that have been added to these polymer notes. And you've also got a sort of reflective pattern here, which is sort of sat in the middle of the clear window, which is a really nice feature. On the whole, the design of the banknote is very similar to the cotton predecessor, but with this one basically has a much more updated security features. We've actually got Braille down here for the visually impaired, so they can identify the denomination, which I think is a really nice addition. And you can just sort of see the light catching all the different little reflective patterns in the note, which I think is very, very nice. We spin it around and look at the back. Again, if you've seen the current generation, or I guess now it's the previous generation of Danske Bank £10 notes, you'll see that the design is pretty much the same, apart from the updated security features. But really, really fantastic note. And as you can see in the background, I've got quite a few more, so that's quite nice. So that's the first, the £10 note. Now we're going to move over to Bank of Ireland. And again, these banknotes are basically just, they've kept the design almost the same as the predecessor banknotes, but they've just updated them with the new security features that the polymer substrate allows them to have. So if we look at the £5, here's the £5, and this is cracking. I absolutely love this banknote. It's so nice. They're a little bit smaller than the old cotton ones, but that doesn't take anything away from them. They're really, really nice. Nice, crisp, clean. You can see we've got the sort of reflective hologram here, and if we twist it up to the light, you will see a nice flower emerge with the number 5 in the middle of one of those flowers, which I think is a beautiful feature. And we've got this sort of like nice clear window here with the image on the front. And if we spin it around, look at the back. Again, I'll do a quick compare and contrast now actually, because I've actually got one of the previous £5 notes. So you can see that the design choices for the images pretty much have remained the same. If we just hold them up, so you can see just like that. Yeah, some small differences, but lots of similarities. If we turn around and look at the back, you'll see that the similarities are much more clear. There we go. So you can see pretty big size difference actually, and you can actually fit the new one entirely in the old one, which is quite interesting. But there we go. Yep, so that's what we've got. Now let's have a look at the £10 Bank of Ireland note, and here it is. Not too keen on the colour scheme of this one, but still, it's still got all the features of the 5, just with a slightly different colour scheme. And you can see its reflective qualities again, and we've got the braille in the corner here. Very, very nice. I like how the light catches this sort of like little flower here and makes a sort of like a purpley, sort of, I don't know, reflective quality to it. It's really nice. Spin it around, look at the back. Pretty much the same as the 5, just with the different colour schemes and slightly different patterns in. And if we compare it to the old 10, you'll see that it's pretty much the same banknote, just with updated security features, and you know, the layout's slightly changed, but it's roughly the same. We'll turn it around and look at the back. So there we go. So yeah, that's the £10 from Bank of Ireland. And now we're going to look at the superstars. Ulster Bank. Now, they went the whole 9 yards on this one. They basically revamped their designs, and what an incredible job they did, because these look fantastic. When these were first revealed, I could not wait to get hold of them, and I'm really glad that I managed to get a lot of them. So here we go. So as you can see, they've changed the orientation. These are now vertical, and this is the £10, so I'm going slightly in the wrong order, but I do apologise for that. But I just wanted to show you this one first because it's so cool. And you can see we've got the nice reflective qualities, more flowers native to the British Isles just up here. And again, they've pretty much gone with the theme of nature, which I think is really nice. And it gets better because when we spin it around, you can see we've got geographical representation here, and we've got the Ulster Bank logo, which also has a nice reflective quality when the light catches it. We've got a nice rabbit here, which I think is nice. And if we spin it around and look at the back, I love this, because this reminds me of home so much. We've got a traditional depiction of rural British life here. These big Shire horses basically helping a farmer with the ploughing. And these horses are very important to the development of Britain, actually. Northern Ireland, Wales, England, Scotland. They were used for all sorts of things, from ploughing fields to pulling carts in the streets to pulling canal barges. They were the real sort of workhorses, excuse the pun, before the Industrial Revolution really brought mechanisation to transport. So I really, really like this, and it reminds me a lot of my home. I have lots of rolling fields where I live, and yeah, it's a sentimental banknote for me. So I really love the design. But the colour scheme as well, it's fantastic. Beautiful banknotes. Really kudos to the people who design these. They're absolutely stunning. And yep, and here's the 5. Again, I love it probably just as much. But here we go. You can see it's got the nice reflective qualities again. And yeah, it's just brilliant. You know, we've got some birds in the background here, and I really like the sort of theme of nature, which seems to be very popular in a lot of banknotes these days. And if we spin it around on the back, you know, we've got sort of like a family on the beach. Again, just celebrating the beautiful, beautiful scenery in Northern Ireland. If any of you are fans of Game of Thrones, many parts of that show are actually filmed in Northern Ireland. And you can actually go there and do a sort of a tour of some of the places that are featured in the show, and I would highly recommend that you do that, because Northern Ireland is a fantastic place. So there we go. So those are all the banknotes that I have for you today. That's all 5 of the new Polymer banknotes. But remember, it was not the first Polymer banknote series to enter circulation in Northern Ireland, because remember, back in 2000 we had this one as well, the Millennium Edition, £5, produced by Northern Bank. It's quite pricey to get hold of this in uncirculated condition because it's hard to find, but I'm lucky enough to have a couple of them. And yeah, so if you spin it around, again, just like that. So remember, these 5 I've just shown you, they were not the first Polymer banknotes in Northern Ireland, nor was it the first vertical banknote. This was the first vertical Polymer banknote. And there it is. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that. If you want to see some really up-close images of these notes, please go down to the description below, and you can follow the link to my Facebook page, and I've got really nice high definition images of all the notes featured in this video today. Thank you so much for watching, and that's the Money Man signing out for now. Bye bye.